Hi, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your December 1st to the 15th, 2022 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration, and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Now before we begin this reading, let us ask God, Source Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, to bless us, guide us, and lead us forward, keeping all that is negative, hurtful, and hateful from us. So let's see what energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. So we have two that came forward. So there's a heartbreak that we need to be mindful of. Somebody who has broken our heart coming forward. It can be a Gemini, but it's also heartbreak. It's heartbreak around what we love, what we were passionate about. There's something here where we felt like it fell apart, or we felt like we kind of lost the plot of what we love and what we want. It's starting to come back, but this heartbreak can really just steal the show. So just be very aware of that. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Okay, fantastic. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have Judgment. We have the Ten of Cups. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And we have the Four of Pentacles. There's a vampiric energy here that we're finding ourselves finally able to rise up out of. It's almost as if there has been an energy that we've just been able to keep like above board from, like something that's been trying to suck us down, make us think that we can't move forward the way that we want to, or we don't get to have the dreams that we want, or we don't get to have that happiness, that joy, that prosperity. And now we're starting to see the tides are changing. And we're really starting to be able to first call out this energy, which is going to be very, very important for us. But we're also being able to be freed, coming out of the box, the almost imprisonment that we were in before. And Spirit says imprisonment because in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, this is a coffin opening, and people resurrecting, people coming forward. And it just feels like a part of us hasn't been able to truly shine, hasn't been able to move forward the way that it once was. Like somebody stole away that joy, that beauty, that prosperity, that bounty to us. Now we're getting it back. Now we're claiming back our passion and ourselves. With the Two of Pentacles, we juggle a lot. We do a lot. We actually thrive on that, Taurus. We like things to be straightforward, but also a bit complex, a bit of a challenge. So we like this energy, but also we're very much aware that if we aren't balanced ourselves, we cannot truly move forward the way that we want to. And this is a time where we're starting to see, okay, I need to center me. I need to look at me. I need to maybe even stop trying to do so much and do one thing well, and then do one thing well. And then it brings us to this place where we're calling out this energy that made us doubt that we could do anything. The haters, the naysayers, the people who just tried to rip us down. And this is from when we were little. We can see the pattern of they tried to steal away my joy. It's not saying that, we didn't succeed because of anybody else. But it is saying here, I see you. I see you hurtful hatefulness. We're not, letting anybody else have power over us anymore. And before, in our failures and in our successes, others had power. It's like, oh, I did this for this person. Or, oh, this person really screwed with my head. Now it's like, I'm so beyond that. I'm so beyond that. I sever these ties. I sever this vampiric energy. And we just find ourselves rising out of darkness, rising out of the coffins, out of this sense of, I'm not going to be able to be what I want to be. I'm not going to be able to do what I want to do. And now it's like, oh, yes, I am. Watch me succeed. Watch me achieve. Watch me move forward the way that I need to for me. And it brings us to this place where we start to focus on what makes us happy. What is the happiness, the joy, the beauty, the success, the brilliance that has us shining? What moves us forward in light and in joy and in celebration? Because we're surrounding ourselves with that energy. And the repeat of the number 10 here means that we've come to this completion of a cycle. Emotionally, we know so much more about ourselves. And this is going to move things physically into a very different sphere for us. But we're seeing a changing of seasons. We're seeing a new door open. We're seeing a new way forward that it just wasn't before. And now it's like, oh no, but I'm moving towards better things. But it's time for a change. And that's just what it feels like during this time from the 1st to the 15th. And even before, it's like, it's time for a change. What do I want from 2023? And it doesn't even have to be that New Year's kind of, resolution thing. It's like, what do I want for my life? I'm claiming back the power of my life. I'm releasing those who thought that they could have control over me. They don't get to. I get to find my balance. I get to find my harmony. I get to find my bounty. And no one has any right over me but me. Let's go deeper. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Yeah. And spirit guides, angels. And spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. So you're actually entering into a very blessed time here, Taurus, because you have yourself coming through. You're represented by the Hierophant in the major arcana. So the Hierophant and the 10 of Cups is definitely the combination that you want to see, because and they all live happily ever after. You live happily ever after. What is your joy? What is your success? What is your prosperity? What is it that you love? And how is it that you thrive? And now you're being risen to this place of, this is what my heart loves. This is my passion. This is where I need to be. We can have a tendency during this time to look at people and say, oh my gosh, they are so successful, or they've had it so much easier. Spirit is saying, don't you dare do that. We have a way of being able to play the game of life very, very, very well. All right, Taurus, we have the ability to look at things and adapt to the rules and see, the way people play, the way people are moving forward or succeeding in certain arenas. And we adapt to it very easily. This is going to be a time we need to utilize that skill. We also need to rest as we're rising out of darkness. People might say, oh, well, you've been on this, quote unquote vacation. You haven't been, as active or as, prominent as you were. No, this was very hard. This was a time where you felt like your wings were clipped. This was a time where you felt like you were held back. Now you need to rest. You need to make sure that you are resting, sleeping well, taking care of yourself. As you rise, you also need to honor your story, because there's going to be a sense of, well, I should have, I could have. And Spirit is saying, stop it. Stop it with the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. It's what am I now and how am I moving forward? What have I learned and where do I want to be? Because it's bringing us to this place of victory. The tides are changing. And before, where it was like we were like a duck, paddling underneath, trying to stay all calm and cool and collected so everybody could see it. It's like, no, this fierceness is coming forward. I am going after what I want. I'm going after what I need. I'm going after, what's important to me. And I'm seeing myself as a victor and not a victim. I'm seeing myself as a conqueror. I'm seeing myself as a winner. And I'm seeing myself as a game changer, because we're going to be changing this game just by the way that we're moving forward, just by the determination that we have, just by the focus that's a part of us. And then with the Nine of Wands, it's like, I'm done with this here, with the vampiric energy and everybody else's words, everybody else's way of being coming at us. And it's like, well, success works this way for this person, or this person says I should do this, or this person says I should do that. And how do I move forward for me? Those questions have come forward. But what we're going to be seeing here is we're going to be seeing, wow, I had to unlock my success. I had so much to sit through in order to find what was authentic and true and powerful for me. And now that we know this, it's like, I've been through the wars. I've been in the trenches. We're having clarity of mind. The Ten of Swords is a completion of a cycle when it comes to mental issues, to when it comes to, an understanding of ourselves, when it comes to the vocabulary of how we define us, when it comes to our thoughts and our creativity and our insights and our ideas. We're looking at things quite differently. The Ten of Swords can also be a feeling of overkill. We can feel sometimes like it's too much. The noise is too much. It has to do with communication. And I see this also as noise. The way people are kind of coming at us and saying, oh, well, I need this and I need that. We're going to want to do everything. We need to slow down. We need to look at ourselves. We need to look at what we can do and what is impossible. And then as we honor that knowledge, that instinct, that understanding, we see that every hardship, pain, and disappointment we have been through has made us stronger, has shaped us, has honed us, has us understanding ourselves more. And now we're like, oh, okay, I get this. So when somebody says this hurtful, hateful thing, it doesn't bring me to my knees as quickly. It can still hurt us. It can still bring us to our knees. It can still make us pause, but it doesn't get to ruin my life. I am finding my balance, not because of everybody else, but in spite of everybody else. But I'm finding my balance because I'm understanding that my feet are firmly planted on the ground. And I'm drawing from the earth. I'm drawing from my creativity. I'm drawing from my understanding. And everything that people thought would destroy me is actually making me stronger. It's actually moving me forward in a way that, I can't really understand and I can't really define. But I'm going to go with it because it's bringing me to success. It's bringing me to a place of power. There is an energy of power to us. The repeat now of the number 10 3 times. Financially and emotionally, we're entering into a new season. Personally, we're entering into a new season. We can feel it. We know that we're on the wings of change. We know that we are moving forward in a way that we've been working towards this for such a long time. Now it's time to embrace this change. And now it's time to look at things differently than we have before. It brings us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. It's the Queen of Swords. We're going to come up against somebody who has a way of taking things, who's very perceptive. They have a way of taking in everything and just being very hurtful and very kind of razor sharp with their criticisms, but also with their quote unquote jokes. Like, oh, this was a joke, or, oh, I give you a compliment, but I also, knock you down. We're going to first encounter this and think, oh, well, this person's trying to help me, right? They're being nice. And then they're telling me, oh, ways I can improve on myself, or, what I need to pay more attention to. No, this person's a bully. Just be aware of this. We also have to be aware of this own energy within ourselves, that we can be very cutting, very abrasive, very caustic. And we need to be aware of that when we're talking to ourselves as well. Maybe even with others, if we're not being conscious, if we're not being aware. We have the Tower and the Queen of Cups. Our world has changed. It has, very powerfully. Now, it could have changed during, that's interesting, during a water sign month. So we have a water sign time period, which is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. There is a sense of the foundation having crumbled. There is also a sense of I'm being reborn in what I love, in what I desire, and what I'm passionate about. There is a sense of nurture coming forward very prominently during this time. What am I nurturing? Where do I want to be? What is it that's important to me? And how do I nurture myself after such a blow, after having my whole world shaken? The Tower is a time of profound change that you never really step back from. Okay? Meaning that you don't get to go back to your old life once the Tower has come in. It's changed the landscape. It's like an earthquake. And it has changed what you can see. It has changed the way that you perceive things. And what's happening here is that it's opened up our heart more. It's opened up our emotions more. We can feel a little bit vulnerable. We can feel a little bit overwhelmed, or a lot of it, depending on exactly what has happened. The Tower is saying, look at this change. Look at the emotions it's brought forward. Look at the passion that you have, and let your heart be guided. Let yourself see and understand what it is that you love. All right. All right, Taurus. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Taurus. And may blessings, prosperity, and peace always be with you. God bless.